What is going on, everybody? This is more like barroom talk. First off, it's still Bryce Harper week, okay, with the headband. This is more barroom talk conversation, and I know this is one that everyone somewhere down the line has this conversation, whether it's who's the next team to win the championship, or, it's sort of like that type of combo. But today, it's the 10 best Philadelphia athletes right now. The best. And it's tough. That's how great it is right now in Philadelphia, to the point where I have honorable mentions at the end, because it's hard to keep them off the list. We are that talented around the board when you look at the four squads that we have here. It's super exciting. When I'm writing down these names, I'm thinking to myself, damn, let's go. I mean, there's that much talent right now in Philadelphia. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I'm going to run down my list, and I want you to put your list in the comments down below. I want to see all of your top 10s, and you could put honorable mentions. We'll go to 2 honorable mentions, because that's what I did. So I'll start with those. And at number 12, it's going to be Carter Hart. And that's based off the fact of his potential. Now, keep in mind, this is about most talented right now as we speak. So that's why Carter Hart is at 12. He's shown me something at 20 years old, and he will be in this top 10 without a doubt as he moves on with his career. But I have to give Carter an honorable mention, because I was so blessed to see him do very well for the beginning of his career, and during this season, I was just stunned to see him perform at the level that he did when he got called up with all the goalie problems and how bad this team was defensively. He stepped up and did a tremendous job. So honorable mention at number 12 is Carter Hart, and at 11, it's Jimmy Buckets. Jimmy Buckets is number 11. He's too good to be left off the list without being mentioned at all. Obviously, people are going to complain that he's not in the offense enough, he doesn't do enough, he stinks, he's not worth the max. The dude's a baller. The guy is a dog, and I'm very happy to have him here in Philadelphia. Now, before we get through this, and we'll go backwards. We're going to go backwards, leave the anticipation there for you guys, but I need a nice sip of Joe. There's nothing like it. All right. Number 10, Rhys Hoskins. That's right, Rhys Hoskins at number 10, and he has some excitement without a doubt, and now that he has a lineup to work with, and now that he's got other stars to play around with, and the fact that he's moving to first base, it's going to be even sweeter. The guy's 25 years old. He's an absolute monster. He can hit dingers. Is he going to touch 40 this year? Probably not, but it's going to be awesome to see him play comfortable, not have to worry about defending out in left field. He can be focused, defend very well, obviously, at the first base position, be more comfortable, and then in the lineup when he's batting in the 4-hole, I hope, and you have Bryce Harper batting before him and Real Muto batting after him. Oh my Lord, this is going to be amazing. Number 10 for me is Rhys Hoskins. Number 9, Tobias, and I know that he's new to the city, but it's about talent, not so much how long they've been here. And when you when you watch basketball, obviously outside of the 76ers, and you see him play for the Clippers. Now, I'm sure people aren't tuning into those West Coast NBA TV games on Monday nights to watch the Clippers. I did that last night when the Lakers played the Clippers. But regardless, you probably weren't watching Tobias Harris that much if you're just a casual fan or just a Sixers fan. But he is so good. He is so good. And obviously these Sixers fans now have seen him play a few games now with the Sixers, and just you can see what he can do, the way he can bring it to the rim, the way he can attack the basket, but he's also a threat with shooting the ball, and he's a really solid stretch 4 who plays hard, and he's super young. I think the Sixers are going to re-sign him, but his game is so valuable, and he's just really, really solid. So I'm giving him number 9 on the list. Number 8, Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz, he breaks records last year. He's phenomenal. He's a beast at the tight end position. We used to yell at him for not being able to get any yards after the catch, which is hilarious. But the guy is just a stud, man. He's a stud. He's a comfort zone for our quarterbacks. Let's not get to that discussion right now, please. He's a comfort zone, and he's tough, man. He's tough to defend. You look at other defenses, when they plan around the Eagles, and those defensive coordinators are game planning and watching film, what do you think they say? Let's make sure we attack Ertz. Make Ertz uncomfortable. Do not let Zach Ertz get open. He is a game changer. He is a legitimate game changer. And Zach Ertz is 8 on the list. Number 7, Aaron Nola. This guy literally finished second in the race for the best pitcher in the National League. He is unreal. The ceiling on this kid is so special. Now that he's got a real team, he's going to be a dog this year. A dog. He's a true number 1. Bryce Harper even mentioned, I'm just happy I don't have to go up against Aaron Nola anymore. That's what he said in his press conference. But I will say that made me laugh because the Nationals' pitching rotation blows ours out of the water, and I would be scared to see probably all of their pitchers. So it kind of made me laugh. But Aaron Nola is, no doubt about it, a stud, and any team would want to have him, and he's going to be here for years to come, striking out guys. His location, it's amazing. And keep in mind, we have a legit catcher back there. Not that I'm knocking Jorge Alfaro and the game that he called, but it's not the same as what Real Muto is going to be able to bring to the table. I'm not knocking Jorge, but listen, you have a serious catcher back there who knows what the hell he's doing at an elite level. He's going to call a game with perfection. And Aaron Nola is going to thrive, absolutely thrive with that. Number 6 is Fletcher Cox. Fletch, right now he's in a boot. Are some Eagles fans concerned? It seems it. It seems it. You see it on Twitter. What happened with Cox? What's going on with Fletcher Cox? How come we didn't hear anything on Cox? He's rolling around in that boot and the scooter. But we all know what Fletch brings to the table. I'm not going to compare him to Aaron Donald because he's a step below, but he's in that range of players. Obviously, Aaron Donald is the most elite player at that position, but then it's him, and then there's a gap. So what Fletcher Cox brings to the table on that defensive line is amazing, and it causes trouble for the other guys on the other side of the trenches. And what it really opens up is guys like Derek Barnett, Michael Bennett, all these other players, because everyone has to kind of focus on Fletch. Bang, bang, bang. Other guys are getting home to the quarterback, and let's go Birds. Let's go Birds. Am I right? So we all know what Fletch brings to the table. The double teams, all of it. He is a monster, and if you don't double team him, good luck one-on-one. Good luck one-on-one. Number 5 is Ben. And everyone wants to rip him for the jump shot, He's number 5 on the list for me, and that's without a jumper. The kid's scoring 25 points. He's scoring in the 20s recently without being able to shoot the basketball. I'm not worried about it. I've seen him take that 3-point shot. The form, it is what it is. It's ugly. But that's his shot, and I've seen enough this year where I said, the kid's working on it. And not only that, he knows that it needs to happen. I'm not trying to make this a he needs to work on his jumper section here, because we all know that. But I'm just saying, the way he addressed the situation with just his post-up game. The kid's working, and he's already special. The way he sees the floor, the way he can defend at his age is remarkable. He is an elite defender that can defend 1 through 5 at his age. It's sickening. It really is sickening to think about. The kid is truly special, and it gets kind of diminished because of the fact that he can't shoot a jumper, and that pisses everybody off, because how can you not shoot a jumper in this league? I get all that, but just take that out of it for right now. And what he brings when it comes to facilitating, vision, making his teammates better, I'm just stunned at his age, being in his young 20s. He's able to do this. He's able to get triple-doubles consistently, a triple-double threat at his age. I know I talked about it being now, but that is now. He's this good now, and I'm even scared to see what it's going to be like when he's 26, 27, 28, because it's going to be even more lethal than it already is, and now he's still at 5. Number 4 is interesting, because I know a lot of people, it gets under the radar kind of thing, and people say he stinks, but it's not the truth, and it's Claude Giroux. Claude Giroux is a legitimate Hall of Famer. He is a tremendous talent, and it gets unnoticed because of the fact that the Flyers organization, through his tenure here, hasn't really been successful. The guy is so good. it's ridiculous. If he was on a team that was like, if he was on Tampa Bay on the top 6, oh my goodness gracious, this guy is an elite player. But because the Flyers organization has struggled so much, it just gets undervalued. It does. I'm talking Hall of Fame numbers, definitely Flyers retirement type numbers. What he does in the game, on the ice, his vision, the way he can score the puck. It's just we never really put together a real team around him when he was the leader, and people say, strip him of the C, this guy can't handle it. It blows my mind. If you truly understand the game and you know what Claude Giroux can do, his work ethic, his back check when you move him to the wing, the season last year, he really should have won the Hart Trophy. He was that good, and he got snubbed by Taylor Hall. The guy's an all-timer. He's amazing, and he's number 4 on my list. Number 3 is Carson Wentz, and that is because of the injury thing that he even slipped to 3. But what he did on that Super Bowl run, obviously it goes under, it's underwhelmed now, and it doesn't get as valued as I should say, because of Nick Foles finishing the job. But come on, I remember I think it was the Seahawks. He's literally almost touching the ground as he gets tackled, and he throws like a 50-yard bomb sidearm as he's going to the ground. When there's 3 Washington players tackling him, and he somehow escapes and runs for a first. This kid is so damn good, and he has the qualities to really be a franchise quarterback, and that's all I'm going to say on that. I'm not going to sit here and try and argue with anybody. Carson Wentz is a serious player, and I'm very happy to have him here. He's number 3 on my list. Number 2 is Bryce. All right, Bryce is awesome. He is a tremendous athlete. He can really stroke the bat and really hit bombs, and just wait until you see Citizens Bank Park get lit up with dingers to right field. This guy is so damn good. He affects everything. He affects the lineup. I've already talked about it with Reese, but just that 2 to 5 range with this lineup, and having Bryce Harper in there, we all know the city's blown up. It's tremendous, and we've already made $10 million off the guy. We all know his value here. It doesn't really even need to be talked about. And number 1 is Joel Embiid. The way the guy embraces the city, you're talking about the best big man in the league, and he can just dominate at any time. He could take on all the best big men, Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins, Jokic, you name it. Joel Embiid gets their number. It's just, he can literally be the best big man of this era. If not, he is. As long as he can stay healthy, that's the big thing. But he is the best athlete right now in Philadelphia. There's no doubt about it. That is my list. I want to know your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.